Alright, what's up gamers? It's your girl Mitch Gaming. Welcome tonight for the second day of the East Africa Clash Kenya qualifiers. Yesterday we had Group A versus C. We had actually a very good time for the people who stayed here from the beginning till the end. For the people who came, picked a little bit and went and came back. We are finally back here for day 2. If you think yesterday had action, you have not watched today's games. I'm telling you, jana ilikuwa kionjo. We had Group A versus C. We had teams like Ocean Galaxy, Mercenary Union. I'm trying to remember the teams that won. Yes, we had Eagles as well. We had them winning a chicken dinner in Sanhok. And then we had, I believe, Ocean Galaxy again winning the last game of the night. And it was actually very interesting, okay? People piled up a couple of points. They're ahead of each other. So, I believe the results have been posted on the Instagram page. Let me just read for you, and then we can see where people lie as of yesterday's games. And yeah, how we're going to go about it. Let's just see where everyone is as of now. But Kaushafika Hapa, thank you so much for joining the live stream. Just make sure you do one thing for me, and that is to ensure you have liked the live stream, subscribe to my YouTube channel if you're yet to, and then share this live link to every single PUBG mobile group that you're in, and let's enjoy the East Africa Clash Kenya qualifiers. Leo nilikuwa busy hapa na pale kidogo, but then again we are here. We are going to be looking at what people are going to be up to tonight. We're going to be seeing a lot of action, to be honest. We're going to be having teams that we did not expect winning games, taking on the chicken dinner. Kuna teams pale kidogo zinavurugana, maneno zinapita hapa na pale. But before that, wacha kwanza to enjoy the game. Let's see which team is going to take up the win for Game 1, Game 2, Game 3, and Game 4. Of course, Game 1, we're having Erangel, followed by Game 2, where we'll have Miramar, Game 3, Sanhok, and then last game of the night, we'll be having Erangel as well. So let's make sure you've done, like I've said, just make sure you like the live, subscribe to my channel, and share the live stream. A link, basically, let's get as many people as possible here watching this live with us. Thank you, Jamal. It seems like Jamal is already in the building. Kijana anaamka kitu ya kwanza ni kuingia kwa stream. But we like you for that, Jamal. Thank you so much for doing that. And everyone else who's sharing the live stream link, I actually appreciate you guys doing it. And yeah, so let's get to it. Let's wait for people to join. I'm sorry I forgot to hide the room codes, but I'm hoping watu wajachanuka enough kuingia kudandia room yenye, okay? But yeah, let's get it. Give me a few. We'll be starting. All right, we are finally back. We are live, and karibuni sana kwenye live stream. Poleni sana. I'm telling you, I was so busy today, and actually I'm gonna register vitu pole pole, but don't worry, it'll register as we go on. But then again, these are the East Africa Clash Games Kenya qualifiers. Mina nakwambia kama jana ulidhani umeona violence. We have seen groups, teams pale kwenye group wakisema, oh, hao ndio wale wase, hao ndio wale watafinya wale watu. We are here to see if that's the case. So let's just have a quick look at how the flight path is. Coming from Stalba all the way to military base. That's basically from the northeastern side of the map all the way to the southwestern side of Erangel. You're going to be seeing a very interesting type of fight because seeing a team like Hakuna Matata, I've seen someone talking about Hakuna Matata there. HM, we know where they usually land. They go to Yesnaya, Poliana. We usually have a lot of fights happening there because they tend to land with the team, I believe that is TYC. As you can see already, TYC is off the plane. They are going towards Yesnaya, Poliana. In Pochinki, of course, you're going to be seeing some teams as well, but school also is another place you need to be careful of. But let's just have a quick look at what the teams are tonight, the teams that are going to be playing. We have War, we have Hakuna Matata, we have CX, we have VB, we have SS, we have Siimps, we have Deadly Clan, we have Black, we have Rush, we have 1HT, we have G9, we have 1HP, we have Eagles, we have 001, Tycoonz, as well as YCEE. Those are the teams that are currently there in this game. That is a game for Lobby B versus C. And it seems like the violence has already begun. We can see some knocks getting registered here. We have TYC and Hakuna Matata at the same place. HM Agent, unfortunately for him, is already disconnected. Let's go where we have VB. Rao was knocked there in school and finally has been revived. Probably we're going to be seeing a lot of push happening here. Nimeona akichat stream, nimetoka a lot. Nimeona akichat stream, nimetoka a lot. I can't understand you, but thank you guys so far for everyone who's joined the live. Just make sure you have liked the live stream and you have shared the live and share the live stream link, as well as subscribing to my channel. I mean, the like button is just one tap away. You just have to go ahead and tap it. But other than that, how are you guys feeling today? It's a Sunday. Watu wamepumzika leo. We have had people just, you know, chilling because it's a Sunday, chilling like the villains they are. Miss G paka kaina ngojaga niende live ndio ipige nduru juu sikio yote imenyamaza. but it's fine. So we have team 14 here in school. That is 1 HP XDR there. We can see them, and right next to them they are close to the team that is VB. Arao was knocked initially and was revived. So let's just check on another team here. We have Black. This is Gatka. Rush, Black, sorry, that is Rush, have gone towards Gatka. We have a push there. We have CX getting pushed by the Rush team. I don't know if you're going to be seeing a lot of violence happening from this side, but I'm hoping we do. But the players here from Rush are definitely thinking on taking on CX. There we go. TYC Smith getting a knock on Hakuna Matata player. Agent, I don't know how Bankai made it down. Kijana alikuwa uko juu, but sijui alitoka aje ama alitoroka vipi. But let's just go where we have TYC. We have Agent. They're getting Kobe. They're taken back to lobby. I believe knocked now. Black and CX also engaging. But we want to see between Hakuna Matata and Tycoonz eSports, which team is better. TYC Storm, they're getting a flank happening on Hakuna Matata. We have Jamal, his teammate Psycho, Switch and Agent. Jamal, naona pia leo tuko na Jamal mwingine mwenzako hapa ndani. I can see Nako saying the MS is 388 MS. I don't know if it's your internet or what, but as I spectate, I can see the MS is around 156. That should be stable for everyone, I believe. But if you're having a problem, just make sure you reach out to Discord and you'll be helped. But let's just go real quick where we have Rush, because they seem to be taking on the players from CX, taking them back to lobby one by one. Looking at T-Bag now, cooking up a nade T-Bag, but we have a Kobe from this guy. The nade is getting cooked up. Let's go. Let's get it. HM Psycho there gets a Kobe on TYC. Storm probably while he was getting the flank happening there, but we can see a T-Bag holding a double barrel. That's a very rare gun to see people using in a competition, because I mean, yes, it's powerful. You can actually knock two people at a go, depending on if the first person is knocked immediately, the first bullet is out, and of course the second person coming behind him will be knocked by the second one. But that is too much mathematics, but believe it or not, it's something I have done before. Yeah, I'm that cool. But we have also 1 HP taking on VB, and now we are pushed there. The guy is low, and GG's, let's get it. The S6 does get a knock, but unfortunately he's at number there by Rush, taken back to lobby immediately, but then his teammate Rio unfortunately seems to be disconnected. I don't know how they're going to recover from this, because he's disconnected. There's a team right in front of him, that is Deadly Clan. Deadly Dex is disconnected as well. I don't know if there's an issue with your network, guys, because mine seems to be quite stable, and I'm watching the live. I'm actually using 3 devices at a go for actually, and they're all watching the live, so I don't know if it's your internet or mine, but yes, there's a delay, 5 minutes delay. Sidhani I don't know. Sidhani utaweza ku stream snipe at any point. Before you get to where we are, probably the game is about to end. But we have Tycoonz eSports are taking on Hakuna Matata. TYC down 1 player, that is a TYC Storm. And we have Hakuna Matata players as well, down 1 player, that is HM Agent. But it seems like school is on fire. We have VB getting knocked here. Let's take a quick look at what is happening between 1 HP and VB. This is Lobby B versus C. I'm going to read out the teams that are playing before any fight happens yet. We have Gremlins 9. We have Hakuna Matata. We have Eagles eSports, Vicious Bros, Inhale Tempo, CX eSports. We have SG Warriors and YCEE. These teams played yesterday. That is Group B. And then Group C haven't played any game, but then remember, for Group B, this is their last night playing in the East Africa Clash Kenya qualifiers. And Group C now, we have Soul Society, Tycoonz eSports, Deadly Clan, 1 HP XPR, BMG, War eSports, Rush eSports, and Siimps as the teams are playing tonight for Lobby C, for Group C and Group A. Group A has already played their first part, and now we have Group C playing their first part as well. So that means they're going to be seeing each other again tomorrow. That is Group A and Group C. So it's going to be a very interesting night tonight. But let's see what is happening here. We have SS here, a team I have not checked on to see what they're up to. But then Soul Society is a team that we are not familiar with. A new team joining the Kenya games, where we have the East Africa Clash Kenya qualifiers. Kawale Wajui, we have $2,000 on the line. Every single team that makes it to the final does go home with a prize pool. So I believe your goal should be getting to the finals and doing your best to be better, and of course great, and earn something at the end of the day. So make sure you've liked the live, subscribe to my channel if you're yet to, and share the live stream link to every single PUBG Mobile community that you're in. Let them come watch us, because we are participating in the East Africa Clash Kenya qualifiers. It is just getting started. It's about to get a little bit violent, but we can't say much. So let's just wait and see. But let's get it. Zone is about to get closer. We're going to the third phase of the zone. Teams like Hakuna Matata, Tycoonz eSports, War eSports, 1HT, SS as well, STP, YCEE. All these teams are outside the zone. I don't know what their plan is, but they seem to be playing in the zone quite a lot. We have VB there taking on 1HP. Dark as well gets knocked. Excuse me. What is happening? Oh, wrong 1HP. CX Rio is finally back online. We can see that he's getting some knocks there on Deadly. I get one of the Deadly disconnected players that was Deadly Dex. That means Deadly now is aware that there's someone next to their knocked teammate. I don't know why my game still goes back to the disconnected player from 1HP. Is it your internet, guys, or what is happening? What is not happening to your connection? But we're going to be checking that in a few. But for now, how are you guys feeling? We're just beginning the games here. Group B versus C. It's going to be very, very heavy. A team like a team that I thought was going to be playing tonight is actually not playing tonight. They'll be playing tomorrow. Remember, if you're in Group B, that is Gremlins 9, Hakuna Matata, Eagles Esports, Vicious Bros, Inhale Tempo, CX Esports, SG Warriors, YCEE. All these teams have already finished their first qualifying level. They're on their second qualifying chance. So after tonight, that is it for this team. So they have to be careful not to lose this chance. We have SS there taking on STP, 1HP as well taking on the players there from VB. It's not looking good for them. 1HT and Hakuna Matata taking on each other. I don't know where the one player came in from, but STP just lost one of the players. I don't know what is happening here. A lot is happening between this lobby. People are just engaging at random points. I don't understand, but we're going to catch up. Don't worry. We're going to be moving around to see how much we can get to see at the end of the day. I don't know why I'm going back to this guy. He's disconnected, but let's get it. So Eagles Esports here taking on a fight. One of the players are currently knocked. Deadly Kevo, man with the sniper. We know Deadly Kevo for his sniping, by the way. Kama hamjui, Deadly Kevo has a really, really good snipe from a Deadly clan. He never disappoints. So we have a beautiful spray there from Kevin. Avoke watching from afar. One of their teammates, Dex, unfortunately was disconnected and was taken back to lobby. YCEE as well has one player down. YCEE Jogo moving around the vehicle, and then now we have Zeus as well, just scouting around. The zone is getting smaller. Yesterday when we were watching game 1 A versus B, we had 53 players in the fifth phase of the zone. 53. Yani watu walikuwa wameamua kushikana kwa giza, wakasema hatupigani mpaka mwisho wa game. We have Hakuna Matata. They're going to Ruins. I believe they want to hold that place. Their War Esports are losing some of their players to Tycoonz Esports. The zone is closing in. You can see everyone basically coming from the sides of Pochinki. A War losing another player, Kim Jeshi. Gets knocked there. Of course, he's going to get thirsted. TYC Moser ensuring that's the case. And it seems like there's a catches right now. TYC players are getting closer to War Nako. He's retreating, avoiding this fight as much as possible. TYC players trying to see if they can get Nako, but then luckily for him, they have not been able to get him or her. I'm not sure if Nako is a male or a female, all right? But I'll ask her or him. If they are male or female, then I'll tell you. Again, guys, please make sure you're liking the live as much as you can. If you haven't liked the live, please go ahead and do so. That is the only thing that I'll be asking from you guys. New subscribers, asanteni sana kwa kusubscribe. I go by the name Mitch Gaming. I do casting for Kenya PUBG Mobile League games and of course other games, depending where you'll find me casting. But yes, that is what I basically do. These are the East Africa Clash games. We are doing the Kenya qualifiers. After this, we'll be having East Africa Clash now beginning officially, because we'll be having 8 countries coming together. That is Kenya, Somalia, Tanzania, Uganda, Ethiopia, Djibouti, and Mauritius. These teams are coming together to engage in a very, very, and I mean very intense battle for $2,000. So let's just have a quick look. Again, it's a very slow game. 14 teams remaining. Third phase of the zone, going to the fourth phase. I mean, I don't know about you, but I told you. Y'all, I told you, be careful of Deadly Voke. He gets a beautiful snipe on side swipe. He's down. That means Deadly might be having a upper hand. Woo! Upper hand when it comes to this fight. I believe if they wanted to push, they would have done it, but then they do not want to expose themselves, because the chance of exposing themselves to third parties is actually very high. Teams like Eagle should remember that this is their last games for the East Africa Clash Kenya qualifiers, and I believe what they should do right now is just get as many points as possible. Zone closing in, going towards the western side of Erangel towards Query. Teams like 1HP here losing players to the zone. I don't know why they're staying outside, but TYC actually went closer to where we had Eagles. Let's go where we have Deadly, because that's when we'll get closer to TYC and Eagles. Sideswipe finally revived TYC Smith and his teammates Moser getting closer. Extra getting spotted beautiful stadium from TYC Smith. We have a knock. He's not knocked there, but the guy is actually very low. Let's switch the POV here. We can see TYC Moser trying to get a push happening here. He sees it. He sees Sideswipe. Tries to get some damage on him. We have Berlin as well right in front of him, trying to get some cover on Moz. Let's get it. First knock there on from Moser. Getting egg. Berlin sideswipe is still low. Moser seems to be lagging. I don't know if it's their mess there, but the players from Eagles right now are getting surrounded. Their teammate from TYC Butcher are getting tested now. Kevin, man of the match yesterday, doing a lot of clutches there on Ocean Galaxy. I don't know if you're going to be seeing that again on TYC, but we are here yet to see if that's going to be the case. Honestly, I hope that's the case, because you're not like wiping TYC, but giving us something to talk about. You get me? Let's have a quick look on 1HT here. 1HT taking on the players from 1HP. Terminator and Cyrax. Loopy gets taken back to lobby. Terminator taking on the players from 1HT. Let's look at Zeus, still down. YC Jogonai retreated far away from everyone, ensuring Kijana Haji exposed at any point, but then he has to be careful. Hakuna matata. HM iko karibu, and this guys, man, jana mtu alisema lobby ni ngumu, mpaka the strategy this time round ni kuingia kwa game na kukaa kwa kona. Ai bana. Hi guys, Ashraf, where you love me what? Mitch, why didn't you guys wait 2 minutes for us, man? Oh, I didn't know, sorry. Weka simu silent. Simu ya nani kwani inaingia notifications? Wewe wacha pia wewe. It shouldn't be getting notifications, but I can't put it on silent, but I'll put notifications off, because if I put on silent, capture card assumes that everything has to be on silent. You understand? You understand me? Yeah. YC Junior, no one is fighting. No one is fighting. People are basically avoiding each other. I don't know if you're noticing that, but it is happening in this lobby. That is B versus C. We have Rush as well, just moving around with the vehicles. No one wants to engage in a fight. And when fights happen, what is basically happening? People are either getting one player from a certain team and then they don't get the other players. Yani, iko tu pale 50-50. But ni sawa sawa. Let's just see how this plays out for the teams here. Team 11 just moving around, trying to get to a safer place. 35 teams remaining. We are going to be seeing something happening here. Not teams really, but players. We have 001 Kelly, only player that joined from 001. Nako as well as Solo. Right in front of him has been spotted. I don't know about Nako, but you have to be careful, because 001 Kelly, watching from afar, gets an easy kill on War. Nako, nah. Those are the things we say. Apana bana. You're illegal, man. YC, we have YC Jogo. YC Junior, your teammates have been taken back to lobby, seems like it. But we have 1 HP there. Finally, we have some fight happening. Let's go and have a look at Terminator. A beautiful reflex there from Criminal, getting a knock on a Terminator. And we want to see what is about to happen here. We can see our man getting closer. Elvo, spotting the player there from... Ay, huyu na anacheza na iPad wala. Hakuna vile nimemwangalia naangalia flow. Jamani, let's go. So he's trying to get some nades cooked up there on the player from 1 HP. I don't know if he's going to get the revive here. Man is trying to get closer to his knock teammate, trying to get some pre-nades happening here, but then they have to be careful. But luckily, we have Cyrax there getting some cover. Eagles taking on Deadly as well. A beautiful spray here from Cyrax, but do we have something happening yet? We can see a team getting close to these Eagles. They might just be joining that party sooner or later. Teams are now closing in. The fight that YCEE is asking for might just be happening there. Cyrax with a Kobe. Let's get it, Cyrax. Erangel gets spotted there. Gets a Kobe there. GG's. G9 gets knocked by Terminator. Nah, it's a matter of being careful there. Terminator gets spotted by the players from G9. We can see the cover sprays. One of the teammates, Vaughn, is low. Let's look at Cyrax here, trying to get some cover fire. The zone actually might take out the players from G9. But let's see. Deadly Voke. G anafanya. Ati Deadly Voke. Ooh! Deadly Voke. YCEE Jogo, last player from YCEE, has been spotted. The zone now is quite damaging. Teams that are not in the zone might be forced to go towards everyone else. 1 HP waiting on the players from G9 right outside the zone while they try to make it to the zone. 1 HP confirming their knocks. Luckily for the players from Rush, they have a vehicle and this is their chance to make it to the zone. We have now players from 1 HP. Cyrax getting closer. Nah, the teammates there were taken back to lobby. CX, your last player from CX, will be exposed to see what will be happening here. 1 HP Amen has to be careful. We have the team there, Rush, watching from afar. Dr. KP has been spotted there. Beautiful damage on him. We have the Siimps. I don't know who they're simping for. Echo. Ain't no way. Saga Wagwan. Oh, TYC taking on a fight. I had to see if there's that echo. They're saying SS Storm right in front of TYC Smith. But do we have a Kobe? Runman there gets thirsted. Storm might be going towards that nade. He does get some damage at him, but doesn't get any knock. One of the players from SS has been hard there. Nice nade. That nade actually bounced towards the SS player, but it seems like to have pushed right in closer to TYC Smith here. We have at least 2 teams, that is SS, Soul Society, and right above him we have TYC Smith. I don't know where his teammate Moser is, but then they seem to have been surrounded. Moser watching from afar. SS Storm is quite aware that TYC Moser is right there. Nade has been cooked up. Nice damage there, but we don't see anything happening on TYC Moser. Not even a knock on him. Siimps are taking on Rush. Acha twende pale kidogo, we see what is happening because one of the teammates from Rush is down, that is Rush Black. So basically teams right now closer to each other. Siimps watching from afar. Players from Rush getting on a push here. Beautiful sprays there, but I don't think that's the best strategy for Siimps. The zone is closing in. Hakuna Matata as well watching from afar. Basically all the 8 teams are now closing in on each other. We have the players from Rush still trying to find a way of surviving. I don't know how they're going to do this. The vehicle is quite damaged. The zone is closing in. Hakuna Matata coming towards Siimps. Acha tuone Siimp Lord pale. Vijana kakaa chini wakajita Siimps Lord. Wacha tuone wana simpia nani? Is it Hakuna Matata? Woo! Wana simpia HM. Siimp Lord just looking at HM. They are trying to see what he can do. He can hear them getting closer. Black there gets to steal that kill from them because one of the teammates, that is Dr. KP from Siimp, was knocked by the zone. I don't know what Jamal is doing right now. But we have Eagles and 1 HP. Eagles is losing teams. Now 1 HP lako kazi bwana. 1 HP already have, I believe, more than 10 kills. But let's see Cyrax, they're getting closer to Eagles. Eagles have to be careful. This is the last lobby they are playing. Siimp Lord gets a knock on HM Siege. That means pale kuna mtu aliendea Siimp Lord. Jamani. TYC as well taking on the players from SS, but we are going to see what is happening there because now we have HM Jamal cooking up a nade on the Siimp team. Jamal. Hutaki kusimp bana. Hutaki kusimp. But seems like TYC and G9 have taken on the SS team. The zone is closing in. Looking at Eagles right now, taking on the players from 1 HP. Siimps being a third party. Siimps as well receiving some hit there from every single team as they try to make it to the zone. You can see HM players as well are getting knocked by the zone. The zone is getting damaging. The zone is getting smaller. The players from Brush are having a hard time. They're getting their teammates knocked by the zone, and GG's. That team has been eliminated. And now we have just 2 teams, the remaining Eagles and TYC. I don't know how this is going to happen, but then Eagles is a 3-player team right now, and TYC has only 2 players remaining. Let's get it. Rush top 5 can do this. CG bana. Which group you on? Oh, TZ, not me. Ningeshanga kwani mimi nacheza game. But we have Eagles right now trying to scout the place. Unfortunately for TYC there, they seem to have exposed their position. They have smoked up where they are right now. They're trying to distract them. Eagles player Berlin waiting on the players from TYC to make a mistake, because you can see they're scouting around the vehicles, exposing themselves. TYC Mozart gets spotted. The damage is actually quite high. Egg side swipe getting spotted there by TYC Smith coming in with the baggy. The damage there from TYC Smith has to be careful, because someone from Eagles, that is John, is watching from afar. Side swipe is just but a distraction, and TYC Mozart gets spotted by egg side swipe, and the guy has been able to be taken back to lobby. And that is it for game 1. We have Eagles taking on the winner chicken dinner. Yesterday they won the game in Sanhok, and now they have won the first game of the night, and that is Erangel, and they have bagged themselves a total of how many kills here? We have 12 kills. Have I said 12? 8 kills. I just gave them an extra 4. Second, we have TYC there with 6 eliminations. Third, we have Rush, 5 eliminations. 4, we have 1 HP, 16 eliminations. 5, Hakuna Matata, 4. 6, we have G9, 4 eliminations. 7, we have Siimps, 2 eliminations. 8, we have SS1, 9, 001, Kelly 1. 10, we have CX1, 11, Deadly Clan 0, 12, we have YCEE 0, 13, War 0, 14, 1 HT 0, and then 15, we have VB there getting 0 eliminations, going all out with 6 defeats tonight. We have 1 HP, Amen. We have Best Companion with 3 rescues, Black Fox, and then finisher with the final elimination, Egg Side Swipe, getting the last kill on the player from TYC, and that is TYC Mozart. But that is it for game number 1. That was Erangel. We have a couple of games to go tonight, 3 more games to go, and then we'll be calling it a night. So do not go anywhere, guys. I'll be seeing you guys in a few, and we'll be right back.
Just rather watch me fall from a quarter mile. I can see you at the call. Think about it, ring won't tell you what I saw. When you break it off, you'll see who had it all. You had it counting stars. Get it together. Your mind can't sleep when you let it serve. Now you wanna see me fall. From a quarter mile, I can see you at the call. Think about it, ring won't tell you what I saw. When you break it off, you'll see who had it all. You had it You said you wanted to fall into oblivion. Forget about the world we're living in. Fall into oblivion, I'm going in. Fall into oblivion. Fall into oblivion. Forget about the world we're living in. Fall into oblivion, I'm going in. I'm going in. When the lights go down, I've seen hell in you, but you don't care, no, you don't care, no. You just rather watch me fall. From a quarter mile, I can see you at the call. Think about it, ring won't tell you what I saw. When you break it off, you'll see who had it all. You had it all. You said you wanted to fall into oblivion. Forget about the world we're living in. Fall into oblivion, I'm going in. Fall into oblivion. Fall into oblivion. Forget about the world we're living in. Fall into oblivion, I'm going in. You can't fall asleep when you're counting stars. Get it together. Your mind can't sleep when you let it serve. Now you wanna see me fall. From a quarter mile, I can see you at the call. Think about it, ring won't tell you what I saw. When you break it off, you'll see who had it all. You had it all. You said you wanted to fall into oblivion. don't care, no, you don't care, no. You just rather watch me fall. From a quarter mile, I can see you at the call. Think about it, ring won't tell you what I saw. When you break it off, you'll see who had it all. You had it all. You said you wanted to fall into oblivion. Forget about the world we're living in. Fall into oblivion, oh, go ahead.
All right, welcome back for those who are new to the live stream. My name is Mitch Gaming, and these are the East Africa Clash Kenya qualifiers. We're in day 2. We're having our Group B versus Group C. We have watched game 1, and congratulations to Eagles eSports for winning that first game. Remember, for Lobby A, this is the last time for Eagles eSports. They need to play, keeping in mind that they need to keep their points up as they continue, because this is the last time they're playing till, well, if they make it to the qualifiers. But let's just have a quick look at the flight path and see where we have our game starting from till where it's going to end. And we can see it's coming from El Pozo all the way to Truck Stop's side. We're going to be seeing some type of early fights. Like I said, Miramar, we're going to be expecting teams to land together because of how big the map is. People tend to land together from time to time. But let me just let me just see. I don't know why the comment section is not loading. I'm actually checking on it while I stream, so that I'm able to interact with you guys and all that. But yes, like I was saying, for the teams that played yesterday, that is Group B, this is their last time playing for the East Africa Clash Kenya qualifiers. They need to keep their points up as much as possible so that they can make it to play in the actual East Africa Clash games from the qualifiers, group stage, semis, and then finals. Remember, $2,000 is on the line, and in that $2,000, in the finale, every single team had a team here last, while a team number 16, they're going home with a chicken dinner, with a prize pool. Sorry, it's basically a chicken dinner. That just came in mind. But yes, so yeah, make sure you fight your way to eat. And we have our first fight happening finally. 1HT are taking on the players there. We might be seeing a lot of fights again happening quite early in the game. 1HT, G9, CX, all these teams have landed together. 1HT joining the game as a trio. So far so good. They've been really trying to keep their points up, but I don't know for how long they can do it. They need to find as many points as possible. Bankai is already knocked. Team 8 right now, that is CX. Last game, Rio was disconnected. Bankai trying to retreat there gets thirsted. Quite unfortunate for him. But like I said, please ensure that you have liked the live stream for me. Excuse me, share the live stream link and let's enjoy the Kenya PUBG Mobile qualifiers for the East Africa Clash. All I can say, guys, which is your favorite team, by the way? Jamal pale unaongea sana, tuambie team gani hapo unapenda. And yes, Nako, the only people spectating are officials. And the guy you can see there, Nades, is the one opening the rooms for you guys. He has access to the esports room cards. Wale wanashanga mbona hawezi okota loot. If you've never played in an esports room, then definitely you cannot see the steps, you cannot see the vehicle, you cannot auto pick the guns like you auto pick on a classic match. Basically, you're being exposed to the competitive side of PUBG Mobile, so make sure you use it to your level best and enjoy it. Alright, so yeah, I am here with you guys. All I'm asking for, like, share, subscribe. Let's get to it. Let's just look around the map and see where everyone else is landing. Hakuna Matata, seems like they'll be having a lot of Matatas from the wide goal from yesterday. Today I told you about Agent, a really good player, but unfortunately sometimes things don't go as planned, and then maybe he's disconnected or he's taken back to lobby. As well as Psycho, also a good team player from Hakuna Matata. So of course we're going to be expecting something from him here sooner or later. We're hoping to see more of him. Last game there was getting Kobe's on TYC. That is actually really good from him, getting some points for his team. We have G9 here. Yesterday G9 actually had a chance of winning a game. They were going against the players from Eagles in the last fight in Sanhok, but then unfortunately the guy just decided to give Eagles Kevin his back, and that gave Eagles the winner with a chicken dinner for that game. So acha tuone, is it going to be G9's lucky night tonight? Are they going to be getting a winner with a chicken dinner sooner or later? But let's just wait and see. We have Siimps Daddy. The man is just waiting patiently. He's daddying around in the game here, you know, playing it safe. Taki kuonekana anaangalia mtu wenyewe, but he's basically staring at the players there from VB. And VB as well, they're aware that they have a team right next to them. So I believe that their plan here is not to expose each other till the end of the fight. We have War Esports, where we have Feroz, Kim Jeshi, Idol, and Nako. This is a team we have not seen before, and it's nice to have new teams joining the games. We have the Soul Society, where we have Chunkies, Storm, we have Ranan, we have Frosty. We have good teams they are playing in the game. Looking at G9, we've just checked on them right now. Let's look at Rush. We have Black Fox, we have Rush Elvo there. Very interesting names coming from this team. We have Rush Black, and then we have Rush Z Criminal. We have seen 1HT. Let's look at Deadly Clan. Ni kama sijaona Arnie, sijaenda team gani, but we have Kevo, Voke, Sniper of the Day. We have Motif, and then we have Dex. They are finally connected. Initially, he was disconnected. Let's look at Tycoonz eSports. We have TYC Mozart. We have TYC Storm, TYC Smith, and then we have TYC Saga there. They already almost won the first game. I don't know if their strategy is to try and win game 2, because they almost had game 1. Ilikuwa kwa mkono hivi, and then, well, things happened. Kidogo wakakuwa outnumbered. Ikaenda kuwa, well, it is what it is. But looking at the team here, that is YCEE. We have Frank, we have Zeus, we have Airdrop, and then we have Jogo as well. And this is a team again. We saw them trying to, you know, do their best. But then unfortunately, they were outnumbered there. They did not expect that to happen on their team. And they lost all the players, leaving just one guy, that was Jogo. So sijui what is going to be their plan this last game, but acha sasa tuone kila mtu ako wapi. But then we have Siimps Daddy. Wacha tuende kwa Siimps Daddy, because he's about to take people out. Isn't that right? Kidogo tu ni kama nimesahau Siimps wako which slot. I remember everyone is isipokuwa Siimps. Siimps wako wapi bana? Oh, Ndawa, slot 7, okay. Dr. KP there. Ooh, a nice nade there on VB around. We might be seeing a push here from the Siimps players. And now that VB has a one player there getting knocked. Simp Lord, unfortunately, is down. VB around getting knocked there. We can see Dark trying to get a revive in case Dark KP, or rather Dr. KP, decides to cook up another nade. This will be an easy knock because these players are basically right next to each other. But let's just have a better view of all this and what is happening here. Dr. KP trying to get closer. VP Gashu are waiting on the corners there. Everyone is basically holding their safest spot right now. Artists are watching from afar. Dr. KP getting some damage on his end. Hey, na feel kama Dr. KP bana. Top 6. VB Artist gets knocked there by Gashu. Let's go. Siimps Lords are getting closer. Not Gashu, but Siimps Lords. Oh, wamepanda juu. Damn, it's about to get a little bit crazy right now. They have a better view here. We have Lord. Now might be able to see VB around. They might be able to see the VB players. They're trying to get a revive. Second knock there. VB around gets knocked. VB Duck is down as very, very low. They're trying to get a revive and VB gets cornered and they're eliminated by Siimps. Quite unfortunately, but then seems like the Siimps have simped their way to victory on the VB team. Siimps for the win, guys. All I can tell you is Simp. Simp. Mwana vile Siimps wamefanya jambo. Simp. Who cares bana? Simp. If you like Victor's outfit, Simp, man. Go for it, all right? You get it? But yeah, so now the zone is closing in, going to the second phase of the zone. You can see a team here like G9 really far away from the zone. They're all the way now to Mada. I don't know how they're going to be making it to the zone there. It's going to be very, very hard because they have a team right in front of them that is 1HT. They have Hakuna Matata on the other side that is on the right side. And they also have CX right in front of them. So let's go where we have CX because there's a fight that is going to happen there sooner or later. Top watch qualifies top 8, but from the qualifiers only 6 teams are picked. After that, we'll be telling you guys how the criteria works for the slot 7 and 8. So yes, slot 7 and 8 is a little bit different. So basically top 8 teams qualify, but then only the top 6 get a direct qualification. 7 and 8 might have to do a little bit something to make it to the next zone, next stage. So now we have CX, this is team 8. We have Murid, we have T-Bag, we have Rio, and then we have one of their teammates there, Bankai, was taken back to lobby. Quite unfortunate. Hey, best player in Africa, Judas. Hata yeye alikataa. Hata chaniachia hapo. Judas. Na ukafurahia kujita Judas. Judas ina symbolize a snake, a friend who is a snake. Uli snake Jehovah. Uka snake Yesu, Mungu Baba. Na ukaona jite Judas. Ukaenda ukapatia Yesu hapo. Ni Petero alienda akapea Yesu kimunju kikisi. Anyway, bro, I'm so sorry I'm saying it like that, but today I went to a children's home anyway, TMI, but some kids were talking about the Bible and that's how they were basically explaining their stories with a little bit of shank, so it was actually very nice. But yes, let's go back to the game. So now that the zone is closing in, now people are getting closer to the zone there. We only have 2 teams in the zone, that is YCEE and Deadly Clan. Mi nakwambia lobibina si wanaogopana Jehovah. Yani mtu they'd rather sit in a corner na asisonge. It is that serious. But then when you look at teams from lobby A, if bad hatujali, but then I understand because lobby B, this is their last chance to make it to the qualifiers, top 8. So I don't know how they're going to go about it, because these teams, we have to be looking at them. I don't know where Gremlins 9 is. I've not seen. G9, they're here. Hakuna Matata as well. They're in Eagles eSports. Have we seen VB? Yes, they are Vicious Bros. We have seen 1HT, that is IHT, sorry, that is in Hell Tempo. We have seen CX eSports as well. We have seen them in here. We have seen SG Warriors, and then we have seen YCEE as well. Acha niwaambie, leo nitachapia story before any violence happened, because watu wamesema can never be me. I don't want to expose myself. This is just crazy. But let's see how this is going to happen now. YC players getting closer to each other. We're going to be seeing YC having to be forced to engage in a fight. Just give me a second. Let me come to you. Give me 1 second. Hi Basi, I am back. Sorry about that. But let's get it. So we do not have anything happening for now. We basically have teams are just roaming around the game. But then when you look at the zone, it's getting smaller. Teams are getting closer to each other. We have teams here like G9. They're going to be forced to go towards the zone now. Actually, Miramar might be a little bit hot compared to Erangel because teams are now getting closer to each other. Yani vita kidogo inaenda kuwa mingi, and we're basically going to be watching that. I'm going to try as much as possible to move around to make sure I capture every single fight that is going to happen. Kuna watu hapa wanaitwa HM. Jana they did the same thing. They were just moving around the edges of the map there. They were not exposing themselves. But we can see G9 taking on the players from YCEE. YC form, YC Jogo is down. Airdrop here trying to get something happening here. He's also down, and we have one player remaining, that is Frank, going for that push on the player from G9. He does get his knock there, but unfortunately I think his strategy is go for that push. Luffy, they're trying to get some damage. Beautiful reflex from Frank. Let's go Frank. Tommy in the hand, a very powerful gun, 17 bullets in hand. He can hear the one player. Let's go, let's get it. He gets another knock. Let's get some damage there, but GG's Luffy just saved his team on time. But then the YC player Frank, they are almost wish that they had something happening there. They wish that Frank would have gotten that clutch, but then unfortunately they were all knocked and nothing happened. So unfortunately that is what happens. Why Judas? Unaitwa Judas, keep quiet. Nyamaza. Anyway, we have 40 people watching right now. Let's go ahead and hit on that like button. Let's make sure the likes match the number of people watching. It is just a basic thing. Just tapping on the like button and enjoying the games. It is what it is. And I'm here, guys, casting for you. Again, like I said, for those who don't know my name, I go by the name Mitch Gaming. I usually do the casting here for the Kenya PUBG Mobile League games. In case you don't know what that is, follow us on PUBG M Kenya and you'll definitely see what the Kenya PUBG Mobile League games are about, how the rankings have been going, how teams like 4PF have been performing. You understand? So if you want to see all that, just go ahead and check Instagram and you'll be enjoying these games live. All right? So now we have just 10 teams remaining. Zone is closing in, getting a little bit better. We have to big up their YC Frank for that beautiful play. The reflex there was actually in point. TYC Mozer, let's check on TYC right now. TYC Mozer taking on Deadly Clan. Deadly Cave unfortunately has been knocked and dusted. Seeing what is happening here, Deadly Dex gets spotted. Simplot gets a knock on TYC Smith. Finally, the action is finally coming to us. We have TYC getting knocked. They have a team right behind them, Team 11, where we have Rush getting closer. SS as well, having something on Deadly happening here right now, but Rush watching from afar might be able to get something happening on TYC. A Deadly motive there getting knocked as well, same as Dex, and every single player from Deadly has been taken back to lobby. GG's. Awe story ya Biblia zinlemea bana. I am a pastor bwana. Wapi bana. Anyway, so we can see now TYC, they have been sandwiched right now. They have a team there. Deadly was right next to them, but then Deadly, unfortunately for them, they were surprised there from the back and taken back to lobby while they were engaging against TYC. And now we can see Rush team trying to get closer to see what is going to happen here. I don't know what's going to be the case, but let's get to it. You know, basically every single lobby has a chance to try their luck, right? So tomorrow, Team A will go against Team C, Lobby C. So we're going to be having basically the same chances to fight against each other. I don't know what is up with this lobby. Yani, they are patient. They are patient. Hey. Jesus. Where end that after street food? Don't forget Dula. Excuse me. I'm actually very, 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 very thirsty. But we have TYC here taking on a fight. We're yet to see what TYC is going to be up to tonight. Last game there, they almost got a winner chicken dinner on that game there. But unfortunately, they were taken out by the players from Eagles. We have Hakuna Matata trying to make it to the zone. Psycho there, the man that carries the team, together with Jamal, Agent, and Sacred, teams that we're going to be expecting, team players that we're going to be expecting a lot from. Zone just shifted, forcing everyone to go towards Mina Generals. Mina Generals, and it's going to be quite interesting to see what is going to happen here, because you can see G9 right now trying to make it to the zone. Hakuna Matata did a very wide flank, but then it is not paying off because the zone decided to go farther away from these guys, so now they have to go towards the zone. You have G9 trying to make it to the zone as well. We have Siimps. Let's look at Siimps here, not that far from the zone. TYC basically inside the zone. We have the 1HT Inhale enjoying this, yeah. Hey, hamwamini habibi ako na iPhone 16 Pro Max. Hey my lord, tulienda LAN tournament pale, ai na mtu ametoa hapo simu. Hey jamaa, Mans is rolling with an iPhone 16 Pro Max. Atupe connections Jamal bana. This life, you have to live with connections, right? But let's just have a quick look at what is happening here. We cannot see any action. Nakwambia, this is the lobby that knows what it's doing. Sijui kama umei watch game, ukona hakuna kitu ina happen. People are passing by each other with vehicles and nothing is happening. Wengine wana camp kwa nyumba and nothing is happening. I mean, yo nayo hapana. Haiwezi. This lobby, Vita. Let me see. Alright, a second. I don't know why ikitu imenitolea sound kwa headphones. I cannot hear the game. But ni sawa. So SS taking on the players from Dr. KP's team, that is Siimps. A couple of players from SS have been knocked, that is Runman, but then Simplodes have been taken back to lobby. Sorry again, you have missed that fight. I just realized my game went silent, so I thought it had removed the sound on OBS, but seems like the game has sound, just that the headphones haina sound, but ni sawa. So we have War Esports right now, might be encountering 1HT there, Narco spotting them, and let's look at that spray, almost stable enough to get a knock happening there, but nothing changes there. SS as well have been spotted by CX, a fight happening right next to them, that is right behind them. SS players chunk is down, we can see CX players getting closer, trying to get the task happening. Gary Yapesa, and the man has been removed from his vehicle, and CX getting a little bit cocky. But then when the players from SS restructured, or rather composed themselves, they took on the players from CX, even though they third-party them now for War Esports. They have a chance of joining this fight, but I don't think they know that this fight is actually this close to them. They're just watching from afar. Everything is changing on their end. I don't know what they're thinking about doing. The zone is about to move as well. They need to get a little bit closer to everyone. 7 teams remaining, 5th phase of the zone. We're going to the 6th phase. It's going to be a little bit heavy for the teams that are not yet in zone. You can see some teams have not yet made it to zone. Hakuna Matata right now really taking their sweet time. But Psycho there, beautiful snipe on Rush Black. Let's get it. So Rush is basically getting forced now to engage in a fight. Since the players from Hakuna Matata have decided to get some damage happening on them, but then HM, the zone is about to shift. Less than 25 seconds in, they're going to be forced to go closer to everyone else. Hakuna Matata players, they're spotting TYC. TYC Smith gets knocked, immediately gets a knock on HM agent there. HM Jamal as well gets knocked by Red Fox. Black Fox. I don't even know Red. Is it called Red Fox? I know that name in the game. Deadly will always be bought. Nakwambia Judas hapa akiwekwa saifu 1v1 na Ani tutacheka mpaka kesho. But let's leave it. Let's leave it. Team 11 players here in zone right now. We can see Hakuna Matata trying to make it to the zone right now. They have gotten a couple of knocks on their end, but nothing has changed. The zone is getting smaller. Just look at what is happening here. HM making on the wide flanks here. Sijui mbona wanachukua flanks wide hivi, but then it is costing them at some point. But then it might be just the best strategy to fight in Miramar. There's a team there called Invincibles. Before they changed to Invincibles, they always won the Miramar map. And when I asked Spikey, he said they have basically crammed the whole map and how it is to be played. But we have War Esports there getting some couple of damage on their end. Hakuna Matata as well, and getting a fight against TYC. And we want to see what is happening here. But TYC, Saga, they're getting knocked and casted. One player remains from TYC Smith. They're trying to get a thousand cycle. Rush criminal third party in this fight, and TYC have been eliminated from that fight. We can see now War having to fight another chance there because luckily for them, there were third-party players watching this fight from afar. SS trying to get into the Storm there gets knocked by a beautiful spray from Feroz. Nah, ain't no way. Nah, your spray in your connect, Maudamu. War Idol gets knocked as well by on NS Ranan. And now one player remains standing closer to War Esports, and that is SS Frosty. I don't know what his strategy is, or you can see what is happening here. Everyone is taking each other out. We have Hakuna Matata there engaging in a fight against Rush. Let's go. Hakuna Matata. Wamemalizana. And now we have the 4 teams remaining. A nice taps here from Gunho gets a knockdown. SS Frosty, War Esports watching from afar. War have basically been evading every single fight that they encounter. They have been going far away from every single fight that has been coming their way. And that does not change how they're feeling about this game. Because, it is what it is. SS their chance. Gets knocked there by Rush. Some good damage on Nako there. Kim Jeshi. Is it Kim Jeshi? Yeah, Kim Jeshi still moving around with the vehicle with Nako. I don't know what their plan is, but then the players from Rush have a chance of getting the players from War here. They have another knock on the Rush there. They're trying to get the revive again. War gets closer, and you can see them trying to get... bro. You can see Kim Jeshi Molly's flying in. Let's go. Tries to smoke up the place. Good strategy. Trying to cover so that no one third parties this fight, but then they have to move because the zone is about to force everyone to push each other now. The players here from Rush getting to re-strategize, think their plan because they're all low, exposing themselves to a lot of zone damage as well when the zone starts to move. But we have Black Fox, they're getting a knock. You can see what's happening, right? Red Fox goes for that push. Kim Jeshi gets some damage happening here. Beautiful knock from Red Fox. We've seen a fast of Fox, and we have War Nako coming towards Red Fox. So he was trying to get the fast, taking him back to lobby. Immediately he gets that knock, and now we have just one player here. I was about to say War Nako here was about to do something, but he has been caught off guard, and now we have the 3 teams remaining. We have G9, we have Rush, and as well as the Soul Society remaining in the last zone of this fight. And let me see. Mbona mnaingililia Judeo? And now we have SS Storm here trying to get some damage. He's actually getting some cover, some help from G9. He's not aware of that, but SS Storm leaves to fight this fight here because of the players they are from Rush as well as the players from G9 are engaging in a fight. Beautiful spray that doesn't get a knock on elbow because the elbow, the man with the reflex, is able to snake up because man, hata kutetea mtu ni makosa, man. But now we have 2 teams remaining. SS Storm here and his teammate Chunks have to go against the players from G9. One of the players from G9 is currently knocked. That means that they have... Bro, why is he not going up? Okay, that means they have been outnumbered. And let's look at Vaughn here. What we Vaughn... So G9 Vaughn is the one remaining from his team, and it's going to be very interesting to see what is going to be changing because being a solo, we're expecting you to do a clutch, a very, very smart clutch. But I don't know if that's going to be the case here for G9 player Vaughn, but we are just going to give him the benefit of the doubt. But then the zone closing in, man is exposed now, has to go for that push. Storm Chance gets spotted trying to get a thrust here on the knocked player from G9. We have another reflex here for him, but luckily SS Storms spray does connect, and where we go, finally a new team gets the winner chicken dinner, and that is Soul Society winning the chicken dinner 4-2, bagging a total of 11 points. Coming second, you have G9. They have a total of 10 eliminations. Third, we have Rush there, getting a total of how many? 8 eliminations. Fourth, we have War with 2 eliminations. Fifth, we have Hakuna Matata, 2 eliminations. Six, you have TYC, 3 eliminations. 7, you have 1 IHT, sorry, with 1. 8, we have CX, 1. And 9, you have Siimps, 4. 10, you have Deadly, 0. 11, YCEE, 1. And then 12, we have VB with 0 eliminations. Going all out with 5 defeats, we have G9, Gunho. We have Best Companion with 3 rescues, SS Storm. And then finisher with the final elimination, we have SS Storm as well. Excuse me. Well, that is it for game number 2, Miramar. We have 2 more games to go tonight. That is a Sanhok and Erangel, so do not go anywhere. Of course, if you're watching the live stream, just make sure you like the live. It is basically just tapping on the like button, share the live stream link, and subscribe to my channel if you're yet to. And I'll be seeing you guys in a few. BRB.
just rather watch me fall from a quarter mile. I can see you at the call. Think about it, ring won't tell you what I saw. When you break it off, you'll see who had it all. You had it all. You said you wanted to fall into oblivion. Forget about the world we're living in. Fall into oblivion, oblivion. Oh, going fall into oblivion. Into oblivion. Forget about the world we're living in. Fall into oblivion, I'm going on. You can't fall asleep when you're counting stars. Get it together. Your mind can't sleep when you let it serve. But now you wanna see me fall from a quarter mile. I can see you at the call. Think about it, ring won't tell you what I saw. When you break it off, you'll see who had it all. You had it all. You said you wanted to fall into oblivion. Forget about the world we're living in. Fall into oblivion,
Alrighty, we are back. Game 3 of the night. Hi Vicky, how you doing? Welcome to the live stream. Leo umeingia late kidogo lakini karibu. Hujamiss vitu mingi, but this is Group B versus Group C for the East Africa Clash Kenya qualifiers. We have watched Game 1, Game 2. I mean, we have had a team SS winning Game 2. We have Eagles winning Game 1. I don't think anyone had put either of the teams in mind for the teams that are going to win tonight's games. But just looking at the flight path coming from Sami, all the way to Cow, we're going to be expecting a good amount of fights. This is Sanhok, a smaller map than Miramar. Basically, for these two lobbies, they seem to be having a really slow game. They're avoiding the fight because for lobby B, this is their last chance to qualify in the Kenya qualifier. So I actually understand why they're going for that strategy, why they do not want to engage this early. But then remember, you need kill points and not just placement points to get a really good point up for just one game. But let's just see what is happening here. We have Rush as well, landing in Mongnai, almost the same place where we have YCEE and Hakuna Matata. So yes, there's going to be some fight happening here between these three teams, depending on where each of the teams decides to go. But then the zone decides, well, this is what is going to happen. They've decided, let's make the players suffer a little bit. They landed on this side, let's go on the other side. So, but luckily we have a good amount of teams landing towards the same side, so they're safe for now. We can see 1 HP XTR here in Ruins. I don't see any other team right next to them, so they're safe for now. We have winners of game 2. We have the Soul Society team looting around the camp. Is this Bravo Alpha? I can't remember. Okay, that's Camp Alpha. In her team, we can see a team there. We have CX, and right next to them, they have Inhale. I keep on forgetting, man. Their name is just, you know, I used to it being I'd hit that because it was that. But we have Inhale Tempo there. They're actually quite safe. No one is them, but then with them. But actually, we have a team getting closer to them. But then before we can decide on that, Hakuna Matata loses a player here towards Rush. They have lost all the players, and now we have 001. One of the players, Hakuna Matata, going towards Camp Bravo, where we have the 001 team. So we're basically going to be having something happening there, because if nothing is changing, okay. If no team is changing their position, if all the teams are exposing themselves, everyone wants to find a way of getting their kills right now. Remember, they only have 2 games to qualify to get as many points as possible. So they have to keep their points up as much as possible. But hiyo ni hao wajiamulia hapo. Kwa kweli, it is not us, the viewers. Sisi yetu ni kuenjoy. Seems like Hakuna Matata have decided to change their position there, just to change where they are. Looking at a Paradise Resort. Hapa naye we have 2 teams at the same place. You have Siimps as well as the teams from Eagles at the same place. TYC taking on YCEE. I know YCEE is the last team here. So one of their teammates, Jogo, has been taken back slowly by TYC. Butcher, let's see what is going to happen here. But we have the players from Eagles as well closer. Even STP. Give me a second. Sorry, my cat was here disturbing me. I had to throw it away. So we have G9, we have STP, we have YC, we have at least 4 teams at the same place. So let's see how this is going to work out for them. TYC have been able to get at least one kill happening here for their team, but then they have to be careful because the place is packed with teams. They have to be careful not to expose themselves. YC as well, luckily they have a horse. They have been able to change their location. I don't know about moving around Sanhok with a horse, but seems actually very fun, something that I would enjoy. I mean, the horse is the only thing PUBG has added and not removed yet that does make sense, and it's actually a fun thing to be around to basically use it. I don't know how to put it. It's convenient. It maneuvers on its own. I mean, but then when you use that panda, it doesn't maneuver on its own. You cannot just put auto and let it go. You have to control it. Mambo magumu hayo. But looking at the zone now, it's about to close in. We have a team that landed very far away from everyone else. I don't know what their strategy is, but they seem to be very far. That is in hill tempo. They're quite far away from everyone else. Deadly clan here. They seem to be having a team right next to them that is CX. You're going to be seeing a fight there as well. But let's just continue roaming around and see what is happening in the map of Sanhok. We have YC. They're still next to what is STP here? YC still next. Sorry, I just realized I'm hitting my mic. Poleni sana. So YC still next to STP. TYC getting closer to the YC team. TYC Butcher here trying to get closer to the players from STP. He can hear some little movement there. Siimps and Eagles taking each other on there. Kevin has been knocked and fasted, one of the strong players from Eagles. But now we have TYC going for that push there. We can see Zeus holding that corner. TYC Butcher is unaware that there's someone in the same building as him, and he has to be careful because if he's not, then he might be taken out by the player here from Team 25, that is YC, and it is Zeus. Seems like where we have Siimps and the players from Eagles. The fight is happening there. TYC Saga gets a knock for STP airdrop. We have a push there, airdrop goes, so that push. TYC Butcher is aware that there's someone there, but still doesn't get for that push. But the player from STP twice is actually very low. Taking some damage, and Butcher, he's low. Zeus gets the knock there. And we have a TYC Storm coming from the back, getting Zeus, taking him back to lobby. Immediately looking at now YC. France remaining. Last time almost had a clutch for his teammates in Miramar, but that is not the case. This time the host, they're blocking any movement. TYC Storm trying to get closer. YC front goes in, and no! The S12K. Ai. Wah! Hiyo gani naenda kupatanga sura unatii. Wah! Unajiuliza wahi nilikosea nani? Hiyo zone noma. Yes, exactly. The zone vile imefanyia watu. You can imagine if you landed that side, assuming the zone itakuwa hapo. Alafu PUBG ya mwesi leo. Sema ngombe ni ngombe tu. Now you're the cow moving around the map, trying to make it to the zone. It's usually like a lot of hassle. But then you have CX here looking at Deadly Clan, watching them from afar, trying to see whether they want to engage or not. Deadly Voke here trying to heal up, trying to stay as medicated as possible while he waits up for the zone to find a way of moving. But they have been gatekept there by CX. The zone is getting smaller. Players are getting forced to get closer to each other. I mean, this is Sanhok, a small map. The zone is about to shift quite early. And you're about to expose each other to a lot of fights happening. But let's look at Team 11 here, where we have a Rush. And they have a team right next to them as well. And that is G9 Luffy. He's just moving around, might be able to spot the players from Rush in case they move. But if they do not, then that's not going to be the case. But then we have Deadly taking on the players there from SS Frosty. SS Chunky gets knocked as well. Let's go ahead and have Deadly Motive. Seems like G9, Rush are taking each other out here, but we have a push happening. Deadly Voke and his teammates are trying to get a push here on CX and G9. Rush taking on the players from G9. Oh, damn, they actually went further. CX went further. Where is G9? Hopper. Here we are. So let's see what is happening here. G9, one of their players is knocked. We can see Rush L4 there trying to maybe change his position because his teammates have retreated. They have decided they don't want to engage in this fight. One of their teammates, Criminal, is already in lobby. So that does make sense why they wanted to avoid this fight as much as possible. That actually does make sense. But, well, It is what it is. It is what it is. Let's have a quick look on G9 Gunho. We can see the players there from Rush are just waiting outside there. Elvo watching from afar. Gunho seems to be aware that Elvo is right in front of him there behind that rock, but then he has to be careful because the players from Rush have actually split. So any mistake that the players from G9 make, they'll be exposing themselves to the players from Rush. Looking at the zone right now, getting smaller by the minute. We are going to the third phase of the zone. Fights might happen here, but not now. Like I said, this lobby, everyone is careful. Everyone is gatekeeping the other. Hakuna Matata going closer to where we have TYC. A second of letters in. Okay, good. Second. Okay, good. So Hakuna Matata, let's just go where they are. They actually passed by TYC, but they did not engage. Paradise Resort seems like the two teams are no longer fighting each other. The teams that were here have been eliminated. Eagles already having 7 points in their bag. That is actually quite impressive. Remember, for this lobby B, this is their last time playing in the Kenya qualifiers, the East Africa Clash games. What do you mean the horse in Sanhok kind of looks weird? Yoni yako bwana. I don't know. It does make sense to me, you know, you get it. I can basically move from one point to the other. I can see this, that. I don't know. I don't know. Just give me a second. Minakwambia paka ni jinga. Sijui kama mnasikia nikibishana na paka. Mnasikia tu nikigonga vitu. But yeah, let's have a quick look at what is happening here. We can see a lot of teams now trying to get closer to each other. We have the players there from Team 10, that is Deadly Clan. They need to get closer to the zone as well. Eagles chilling in Paradise Resort 001 Pale, maintaining their same position. They're not changing their position. We can see the 1HT trying as well to make it to the zone there. They really need to move because once the zone starts shifting, we're going to be having a lot of teams encountering each other. The zone is about to get as well very, very damaging. 10 seconds down. The teams need to start moving. 1 HP. The 1 HP XDR players here waiting patiently for players to get to the zone. They're waiting patiently for players to make it to the zone. We can see nothing is going to happen, guys. Hata tuiangalie mara ngapi, hakuna kitu ita happen mpaka zone iende kuisha. That's when we are going to be seeing something happening here. But for now, nothing. Nothing will be happening. Bro. Poleni wala. Pole. I swear having a cat is a scam, man. And I'm assuming it wants to lie on my laptop and I'm trying to make it stop, but it's not listening. But Misatu. So now that the zone is shifting, we can see the Deadly Clan are slowly making it to the zone. I have never watched a Sanhok game going as slow as this. But then finally we have Hakuna Matata. They are taking on the players from Rush. Finally some action here to keep us active. Rush Black is down. We can see HM Stitch trying to get some damage happening here. Stitch finally gets in the game. But then they have to be careful because G9, yeah, is watching from afar. You can see the G9 team are watching Hakuna Matata as they engage in that fight. You can see 001 as well. You can see Deadly Clan as well. Same place where we have the players from Hakuna Matata. So they have to be really on alert because now they're about to get sandwiched. One of the players from Rush is down. That is Black and might need to be get revived before the players from 001 and every other team that is getting closer does decide to third party this fight. We can see the teammates here, Titan and Kelly. I mean, watu wanalala kwa game. Yani mtu ameingia game akasema si push, wacha nilale hapa, ningoje watu wa make mistake, ni watandike. That's why the game is what? Slow. Because why? People don't want to push. People just want to see it. Finally, TYC taking on the players there from Eagles. Taking sideswipe all the way back. So maybe we might see some violence happening here between Eagles and TYC. Egg Johnny as well gets knocked. Seems like Eagles is losing players right now. Remember, this is their last straw to get as many points as possible. 001 Mosey and getting closer. TYC Smith is exposed. So we might see a big push there. Fast knock from Mosey. Getting TYC Smith trying to get a tough up in here. Doesn't finish on that. TYC Butcher gets some cover on Mosey. You can see now Mosey trying to get the gate of the field to see if we can get a fast there on TYC Smith, but we have beautiful sprays there from TYC Storm. They're getting some cover on a 001 player Mosey. We have 180 XDR taking on a fight. They're taking on the players from SS. Two teams actually taken out by 1 HP XDR 001 watching from afar. Let's go where we have CX before anything happens here between TYC and the players from 001, where we can see War Feroz is down. The nade there from Kevo tries to get something happening here, and he actually does. He wipes that knock out, and you have more nades getting cooked. Motif gets Kobe. Let's go. Yay. Kimujeshi gets a knock in the fast actually on the deadly clan player, and now we have Kevo and his teammates trying to get close. I don't know what their plan is, but then the players from War seem to be having the upper hand here. A lot of damage on their end as well, and they're getting really damaged by deadly. You can see Kimjeshi's HPC third party in this fight. Finally, the action is now with us here. Deadly Clan, CX, War Esports at the same place. Kevo gets a 2 knocks on the War team. Gets idle all the way back to lobby. TYC seems to be taking on the fight there from Hakuna Matata. But CX, third party in this fight. We're going to be seeing something happening here because the zone is closing in. Everyone is getting pushed to go towards the zone. T-Bugs and his teammates going towards a Deadly Clan. They're going to be forced to go for that push. I don't know if it's going to work out, but Deadly Kevo and his teammates are trying to retreat right now. But before that happens, let's go where we have Hakuna Matata. Just have a quick look at what is happening here. Psycho is down. 6 last player remaining from his team, trying to get some damage on TYC. Damn it. So TYC Smith right now and his teammates really need to figure out how they're going to make it to the zone without losing to the teams that are third party in this fight. But 001 players are getting fasted one by one. Deadly Kevo getting a knock on CXT back there. Sorry about that. We're just going to go there real quick. See what Deadly Kevo and Voker up to. The zone is closing in. CX is exposed where we have Deadly Clan. And we have now Murid right in front of Deadly Player. If he has a nade, this is actually a very accurate Kobe coming from Deadly Dex. But let's see what Dex is up to. Doesn't have a grenade. Let's look at Kevo. Voke doesn't have a grenade as well. Let's look at who. Voke, where's Voke? Voke is actually watching from afar, has a molly, might get some damage if he wants to use it. That's actually an easy way to distract the the enemy player, just to make him go towards the zone. We have War player, Kim Jeshi exposes himself, and GG's man has been taken back to lobby. Zone is getting smaller. Every single team right now trying to make it to the zone. 1 HP is actually in zone. Quite safe. TYC as well trying to make it to the zone. Deadly Voke gets knocked. TX Marid watching from afar gets that knock and a fast, but then unfortunately, when you're outnumbered, the zone is not your best friend. Deadly Kevo finally make it to the zone. We have Deadly Dex here trying to make it to the zone as well. The zone is quite damaging. He has to find a way of making it to the zone without getting knocked. The zone is getting some good amount of damage on him. We have the players here from Rush taking on 1 HP. Terminator getting taken back slowly. Last player remaining there. Deadly Dex getting knocked by the zone. You can see what is happening here. Last zone. A lot of teams are now exposing themselves to third party fights. 1 HP Dula are trying to see if we can spot anyone right next to him. TYC getting exposed as well, getting some of their teammates knocked there. TYC Smith is down. TYC trying to make it to the zone. We can see Storm there making towards the zone. Psycho exposes himself. Storm with a clear view. Beautiful spray there. Fast knock. Psycho is down, and of course that is an immediate cast from TYC Storm. Now we have just a Hakuna Matata player remaining, a single player remaining from his team, and that is HM Siege. The guy right now has to find a way of going to the zone without losing that fight. That is the goal at the end of the day. We have 1 HP. We have TYC. 5 teams remaining. Deadly Kevo right outside the zone. They are trying to make it to the zone. 1 HP Dula as well was not in zone, but then luckily he's in zone right now. We can see TYC also trying to make it to the zone. Hakuna Matata player making it to the zone with the vehicle here, exposing himself. TYC players in Siege as well. This is a chance for them to get that kill on Siege, where we have TYC Butcher getting some damage on Siege, but then they do not get that knock. They're distracted, and the player there from Rush gets a knock on TYC Saga and taking him back to lobby. HM Siege there spotted by 1 HP Dula, and the guy has been taken back to lobby. Black Fox having a good time here with TYC and gets himself a knock. TYC trying to get some cover fire on their teammate, but then Black Fox cooking up a nade. We might just see the Kobe of the night. But let's go, Fox. Nades are flying in towards TYC, and he gets to Thirst. He's knocked there on TYC Storm. Nades are still flying in. Fox does get some damage on TYC Storm. but I don't know if that's going to be enough for him to survive this. I don't know if he's going to be able to heal up and continue this fight. I don't know if he's going to be able to change his position without exposing himself. He's just but a solo remaining from TYC. Storm trying to cook up a nade there, but we have a Kobe. Fox and his teammates right in front of him. The nade is going in, but then we do not see any Kobe's coming from TYC player Storm. Zone closing in, 1 HP XDR player Dula watching from afar. Niliona pale kwenye comment section someone said, usisahau Dula. Mbona tukusahau? Man of the match, carrying his team. Jamaa mnoma. Jamaa mnoma. Hii registration ilikuwa lini jo? Sasa sijui nitakueleza vipi. I have been posting it everywhere, telling people, come on, let's register. Oh, let's register. TYC Storm finally. Last player from TYC has been taken out. And now we have just 2 teams remaining. That is 1 HP. That is 1 HP Dula. And the players there from Rush. That is the only teams remaining. Dula here trying to calculate his next action. I don't know if it's going to be something that he's going to be able to manage. But then we have seen Dula before doing something impressive for his team. We have the players here from Rush now watching him from afar. You can see Fox here exposing himself, trying to see him. Trying to see if he can get a push there. Dula waiting patiently, snaking right in front of Fox here. Might be something we're going to be on the lookout for just to see what is going to happen. We get some nade damage there from Elvo there. He's still not exposing himself. Only the push here tries to get some damage happening there. He's exposed now, and we have the players getting to that push. But then Dula tries to shakid the kill here. Tries to go towards the blue juice, but then it doesn't work, and the guy is taken back to lobby. And now we have just a new team taking on the win for game 3, and we have Rush bagging themselves 10 eliminations and a chicken dinner. That gives them a total of 20 points from Sanhok. Remember, some of the teams here, this is your last time trying for the Kenya qualifiers in the East Africa Clash. Second, you have 1 HP there with 5 eliminations. Third, you have TYC, the 8 eliminations. Fourth, you have Hakuna Matata 1. 5, you have Deadly. 6, you have G9. 3, 7, you have CX. 4, 8, you have War 1. 9, you have 1HT 1. 2, sorry. 10, you have 001. 0. 11, you have SS 0. 12, you have Eagles. 7, 13, you have VB 0. 14, you have YC 0, and then 15 we have Siimps there with 3 eliminations. Going on lot at 6 defeats here, we have Black Fox, our best companion with 2 rescues. We have TYC Butcher, and then finisher with the final elimination, we have Rush Black. Well, that is it for game number 3. We have 1 more game to go, and that is Erangel, and that will be the last game for Group B, trying for their Kenya qualifier slots in the East Africa Clash. I'll be seeing you guys in a few. Make sure you like the live, and we'll be right back.
stars. Get it together. Your mind can't sleep when you let it serve. And now you wanna see me fall. From a quarter mile, I can see you at the call. Think about it, ring won't tell you what I saw. When you break it up, you'll see who had it all. You had it You said you wanted to fall into oblivion. Forget about the world we're living in. Fall into oblivion, I'm going in. Into oblivion. Into oblivion. Forget about the world we're living in. Fall into oblivion, I'm going in. I'm going in. When the lights go down, I've seen hell in you, but you don't care, no, you don't care, no. You just rather watch me fall. From a quarter mile, I can see you at the call. Think about it, ring won't tell you what I saw. When you break it off, you'll see who had it all. You had it all. You said you wanted to fall into oblivion. Forget about the world we're living in. Fall into oblivion, I'm going in. Into oblivion. Into oblivion. Forget about the world we're living in. Fall into oblivion, I'm going in. You can't fall asleep when you're counting stars. Get it together. Your mind can't sleep when you let it serve. And now you wanna see me fall. From a quarter mile, I can see you at the call. Think about it, ring won't tell you what I saw. When you break it up, you'll see who had it all. You had it all.
Okay, last game of the night, that is Erangel. Last game for the qualifiers for the groups that are in Group B, and those teams are Gremlins 9, Hakuna Matata, Eagles Esports, Vicious Bros, Inhale Tempo, CX Esports, SG Warriors, and YCEE. These teams, this is their last chance to put their points a little bit up compared to how they have been playing throughout the games from day one, that was yesterday, and now that we are in day 2. Excuse me. We have been seeing a team like Eagle Esports really trying to get their points up there. They've really tried to get as many points as possible, and I'm hoping it does work out for them, because I think they had taken a break from playing PUBG competitive scene in the Kenyan games, that is the PUBG Mobile Kenya League games. But then now that they're back, they've really tried their best. But then remember, they only won one game, that was in game 1. Game 2, we had a beautiful win there from Soul Society. They got the win on Miramar. And then now for the third game, we had Rush Esports taking on the winner Chicken Dinner for game 3. Now that we're in game 4, remember the team that I've mentioned, they need to be careful, because this is their last straw for qualifying. So let's just have a quick look at the flight path coming from Lipovka all the way to Query. We already can see some teams have gone to their landing spots. I believe for Group B right now, this should be their chance to play a little bit safe compared to how they've been playing so far. But well, it is what it is. Anyway, let's make sure to hit the like button there as you continue enjoying the Kenya qualifiers for the East Africa Clash Group B versus C, and we're going to be having a really good time at the end of the day. And I hope you guys are enjoying the live stream as well. We have Hakuna Matata here enjoying their time here. They landed on time. They could have gotten some knock on TYC if they landed together, but then TYC players did not really land where they were. TYC Storm landing right in front of Hakuna Matata. Let me hydrate. Nimerealize nitaanza kuyapa. If you're not hydrating and you're watching the live, are we friends? Okay, I'm well hydrated right now. Let's get to it. Seems like SS are now taking up a fight. Well, Soul Society did get a winner in a chicken dinner in the second game tonight. I don't know what their plan is, but they seem to be losing players fast. They actually have a chance of fighting it out tomorrow. So they, I think, have, yeah, they're in Group C. So they have some chance of doing better. But then CX takes them out. And that is it for Soul Society. The zone is actually about to move in the next 20 seconds or so. These teams are going to be forced to go closer to each other. So I hope they have a strategy on that, because honestly, if I'm being honest, if you know this is your last show, if you can land in this place here in military base and sit there till the end of the game, then just do it. I mean, $2,000 on the line. Your goal should be making it to the finals. If you make it to the finals, you're going home with something. Even when you're number last in the league, even if you're in position 16, you still get something in your bag. But then remember, getting to that top team is not easy. That's why we gave it a prize pool from position 1 to 16, because we know how hard it's going to be to get there. I mean, playing against all these countries from East Africa, if you're not comfortable, because you're playing against 8 regions, all right? You have Tanzania, Kenya, Uganda, Somalia, Mauritius, Djibouti, Ethiopia. I mean, it's going to be, and Madagascar. It's going to be very hard to survive, to be honest. But well, let's just see how it's going to work out. Of course, I know you guys are not going to be disappointing. I know, and I pray that we have a lot of Kenyan teams making it to the finale, because we need to bring something home, right? Yeah, but Other than that, we are in Yesnaya Poliana. We have at least two teams landing here together. We have the team Hakuna Matata as well as the Tycoonz eSports. They seem to be landing together a lot here in Yesnaya, but then only one team here has the last show in this Kenya qualifier games, and that is Hakuna Matata. If I were them, I would avoid any early fights as much as possible. Looking at Deadly Clan here, they're just enjoying their time. They do not have anyone surrounding them as of now, but then as they move, they'll be going towards another team sooner or later, so they need to be really careful about that. And let's look at another team. We have seen Deadly Clan. Mimi natafuta Ani bana, kijana wetu alienda wapi bwana? Ani, where did you go to? And yeah, so let's see how this plays out. We have team 25 players here. SST Zeus, that is team STP. They're closer to where we have 001. We have Kelly and Titan. Unfortunately for 001, they only joined as a duo. They actually also have a chance of trying to do better tomorrow, because for today they have played, I believe, very few games. I don't know why, but then it's fine. They'll probably catch up sooner or later, but for now, let's just enjoy the games here. Pochinki might be another hot drop here for the teams that landed together. So depending on what their goal is and what they want to achieve at the end of this game, that will tell us whether they want to engage in the fight or not. Looking at team 8 here, just looting around in Lipovka. They have no one right next to them, so they have some time to loot up and get their loot well. We have here a team 6 as well, that is War Esports in Novo. They do not have anyone next to them as well, so they'll be able to loot up very well. Looking at Eagles, they're just scouting around the map. I don't know if their plan is to get as many kills as possible, or they're trying to secure zones before the zone shifts, because as you can see, the safe zone is in the bridge that is going towards military base. So hapo kidogo, if you make it to the place earlier, in case you have to cross, you'll have time to cross. A team like War Esports, if the zone closes in, they can just go towards the bridge from the southern side of the map. That is basically a military base going towards a bridge, but I don't know if that's going to be their strategy. But I'd say if I were them, I'd wait it out and see how it plays out, or we can just use military base. Let's move, let's try our luck and see if we can hold this side so that no one surprises us in case the zone decides to come towards us. But hiyo nayo ni mambo ingine, what I cannot analyze again, because when I'm playing the game, I do not analyze it myself this much. Looking at Primosk, we have at least two teams in Primosk. There we have G9, and right next to them they have Rush. There we can see Abdiz shouting out to Rush team. I don't know if that's their team, but we have their something we're going to expect and see. Is Rush as good as Abdiz says? Because he's been vouching for Rush from the beginning of the game, and I don't know if that's because of how good they are, or just maybe his friend is playing in that team. You know, support your bro. But let's just check on the map again. Let's just move around real quick. We have the 1 HP XTR right next to them there. They still have STP. No one is pushing the other. I basically have 3 teams in Pochinki. Hapo kidogo, it looks very shaky. Ukiji exposed to kidogo hivi, knock and fast. The zone is about to close in. TYC coming behind from where we have CX. I don't know if they saw each other, but if they did, then this might be their chance to push each other. But acha tuone. Nilikuwa na confirm kani maisha mic. You know, there's a time I've ever talked to myself for like 10 minutes before I realized I was not talking to the live, but no one said anything, bana. But it's okay. It's fine. It's fine. Who am I to complain? No. Zone is closing in. The team here, CX, trying to make it to the zone. They have TYC right behind them. They have to be careful about that. And War Esports actually did what I had thought they should have done, and they have decided to move from the lower side of Erangel, that is the southern part, and going towards the zone. In case the zone decides it's going to be this side, I believe they are the safest when it comes to these fights that are going to transpire once the zone closes in. TYC still getting closer to where the TX. TYC Smith spotting one of the players. Hapa ndio jana tuliona kizungumkuti. Rex squad were wiped out by one individual. Mmoja. Yo. Walifanya ile kitu. Sorry, I had to hydrate. Yeah. Saa zingine unaongea sana koe na koka, lakini nimeambiwa the man's Ellie is in the game. Wacha tuone Ellie atatufanya aje, tuone kama atafinya watu ama itakuwa story za kuongea hapa na pale. 001 Kelly getting a knock and a thirster. Let's just have a quick look at what is happening here. YC are taking on the 1 HP XTR team there. CX and TYC taking on each other as well. Watch a turn up for YC because YC has a very interesting gameplay. They tend to go back to lobby quite soon, having just one player remaining. So I don't know about that, but let's see how that plays out. Seems like Pochinki is having a good amount of fights there. We can see 1 HP player Dula getting a knock on 001 Titan. That means 001 might be losing one of their players. They just joined as a duo. I don't know. I don't know. Joining as a duo is never a good thing, especially if you're trying to get your points up, you're trying to survive as much as possible. As soon as you're knocked, your teammate now is pressured to find a way. How am I going to revive you? How am I going to cover you while these teams are trying to get to you? So it's basically close to impossible. You can see where Kelly is right now, far away from his teammate Titan. He has to come towards them. I am just trying to see what can they do best, and honestly I can't see it because now Titan will be thirsted. 1 HP surrounding the whole place. If the players from 1 HP just get closer, they might be able to take 001 Kelly out, but then they have to be careful because STP is right next to them. TYC going for that push. View has been knocked and thirsted. We have TYC Smith now going for that push on the players from CX. Let's see how this plays out. Finally some violence on our way, and we have now T-Bag getting pushed. Their ban is very, very low. Nades are getting pre-naded. TYC Storm and TYC Smith there might be thinking of a way of getting that push happening. The nades are still coming in, but then nothing is registering on T-Bag's side. T-Bag trying to shoot there, getting in the vehicle might have been the worst decision he made, but then luckily, unfortunately, I said unfortunately TYC Smith did not get that knock, but then TYC Moser comes in, joins the party, and gets something happening here on 001. Looking at TYC there right now, they're getting exposed. We can see them looking at the players. They have been spotted, sorry, by the players from the Eagles. Another team, like I said, trying their best to survive this. This is just the last day in the Kenya qualifiers in the East Africa Clash. Zone is about to close in 20 seconds, and we'll be seeing where the game is going to go. I don't know why War Esports decided to cross the bridge. They should have stayed on the other side of the bridge banner. They should have not changed their position. Oh yeah, niliona Ani jana rek. So watu wa rek waliona potential Ani yako nayo. Tessa ni anajua alimrecruit. Tessa ni mchiki sana. Very cheeky. Lakini hata hana mashavu. Mans has no what's this? Cheeks. See chicks, madam, daughter, Anna, but Hannah chicks, get it? But let's see how this plays out. We are going to the third phase. Look at where the zone just went to. If War Esports had just stayed for a few seconds on the southern side of Erangel, then probably they would have gotten something happening there for them. But then unfortunately, that is not the case. They decided to cross the bridge and go towards everyone else. So we can see YC Frank here. Again, a solid defense video on Terminator, but then unfortunately, Terminator's fire does connect, and they take YC Frank all the way back to lobby. Seems like there we have Ellie taking on the Eagles to get inside, so I'm taking him all the way back to lobby. Let's see how this is going to play out. But then seems like the Siimps Lords have brought in the man like Ellie to come and even out the odds for them, trying to get as many points as possible tonight. And we have Ellie already getting 1 kill for his team, getting a knock and the thirst on the players from Eagles. TYC as well joining the party there. We can see some damage happening here. TYC Moser getting a damaged 1 HP Dula getting knocked there by 001. That means Pochinki is on fire as well. But we have TYC Storm closer to where we have Eagles. I think their nades flying in. Let's go. A second. Let's see what is happening here, because the players from TYC right now might be outnumbered by the players from Eagles as well as the players from Siimps. So it's going to be kind of a 50-50 type of situation here for the teams, depending on how they play out these games. But then we can see G9 there engaging in a fight. Where's G9? Rufi. Leo mtanisamee because I need to hydrate. Abdiz wameregister but hawachezi. Bana! Nyinyi ndio wale watu mnafanyanga tukatae watu wa register last minute, okay? Hata tungepatia hiyo slot tupatie team ya, because we had a good amount of teams trying to join in, we'll have gotten at least up to 35-40 teams registering for the Kenya qualifiers. Lakini watu walikuja late, trying to regroup again, giving people chances. Man, will have been quite some work there, but we have 35 players remaining, 10 teams remaining in the lobby. We have their 1 HP Terminator moving around the baggy, going closer to where we have War Esports. We can see Nako. The zone is actually closing in, and I'm still surprised that War Esports decided to cross and go towards everyone else. They had the upper hand. Even if the zone decided to move and remove them from military base, still there's a chance of using a boat far away from everyone else, but it's okay. Tizi najua nasikia kulia. Pole bana. Usiogope. Mko sawa. Deadly Kevo, they're getting knocked and thrusted with the 1 HT team. Seems like Deadly is engaging in a fight there. They're losing players. They're getting knocked one by one. Let's go where we have Deadly right now real quick, so that we can see what Deadly is up to. Deadly Voke as well gets knocked. Deadly Motive is down. A Deadly Dex remaining, trying to get the revive on Deadly Voke. One grenade is enough to eliminate Deadly Clan as they try to get the revive happening here. But let's see what G9 is up to. They're also trying to get the revive. One of their teammates, Luffy, is down. Only one of their players was knocked. But other than that, nothing more has happened there for the players from G9. They still have a full team and are ready to engage in fights. Let's look at War Esports. Let's go. War getting knocked there. Kimjeshi. Kimjeshi is down. We can see the damage there on Wolf is very, very low. We have the second knock there from 1 HP and Men. And he's trying to get all the players from War Esports at a go. We can see Faros as well getting a spray there from our men, and he's definitely going for that push. They are where they've gotten at least 2 knocks on War Esports, and the last player from War is definitely retreating. He does not want to expose himself at any point. Might actually be a good flank if he continued and went to the other side and surprised the team there, but that is not the case. So GG's on that. Let's look at another team and see what they're up to. We have the Siimps here moving around with the boat. The zone just shifted. Like I said, War Esports had the upper hand. They should have stayed on the southern side of Erangel. They will have been the only team gatekeeping people right now. TYC as well are using the same strategy we have seen there being used by the players from Siimps. We have G9 taking on Deadly. Deadly, the zone is closing in less than 40 seconds. We're in the 4th phase of the zone, going to the 5th and 6th. Might be a little bit hard for these players to play, but who am I to say? Let's see. Beautiful sprays there. Beautiful. A lot is happening there. Rush Black gets a knock on the Eagles. Eagles, what is happening to you? Berlin is down. Let's look at John right now. 1 HP getting some knocks on Rush. Basically, every single team that is not in zone yet, they're trying to get some third-party fights happening here. TYC Storm, quite far from everyone else, but then everyone else right now has crossed the bridge. You can see Pharaoh's trying to make it to the zone. Kevin as well, trying to make it to the zone. Luckily for them, the zone does not close in, and they still stand a chance of fighting. TYC Moser has been spotted, knocked and thrusted. TYC Smith right now has to go against the players here that is from Eagles. Let's see. Kitu alien anaweza fanya ni avocado tu. Bro, Hakuna Matata, they're getting exposed as well, losing players. TYC Smith getting damaged, but he has to be careful because the Siimps daddy might spot him depending on where he's looking, but then Eagles loses a player there, gets drowned by the water while he was trying to cross. We have Siimps daddy cooking up a nade. We have a Kobe. Nice damage there. TYC Smith has been spotted by daddy. Smith trying to go back to the water, gets a knock there by 1 HP. Watu wameanza ku third party. Teams are getting closer to each other. Zone is becoming intense. Why is everyone forced to get closer to the other? But then looking at Hakuna Matata, they are not in a hurry, waiting for TYC Storm here. HM Agent gets a knot. They're exposing themselves, third party fights. They're not in the zone. A lot is happening. Why is this happening? TYC Storm waiting patiently right in front of where we have the players from Hakuna Matata. I don't know how they're going to make it to the zone there. They're basically looking for TYC Storm. He's patient. He's telling himself, there is no way I'm letting these kills go, because I need them so that I can have something for my team. At the end of the day, Jamal there might get naded. Some good damage on Cycles aside. Siimps ZZZ. It gets a knock on Cycle. That means they can easily see what is happening here. Eagles as well. We can all see Jamal streaming, and just like that, GG's to you, TYC Storm. 4 teams remaining. Players are getting drowned here, trying to make it to the zone. The players there from Siimps having the upper hand in this fight. They can easily see everyone from afar, and that is actually at their advantage. TYC Storm unfortunately has decided to just forgo, because there is no way he's going to make it to the zone. There are Siimps Daddy getting good damage on him. Eagles as well are losing their teammate. 3 teams remaining. TYC might not make it to the zone because of the damage there. But let's see what is happening here on Siimps Daddy's side. 1 HP as well outside the zone. They're getting damage while they try to get the revive. I mean, DMG is just helping. Stream HM. HM walienda lobby bwana. HM walienda lobby bwana. And now we have just 2 teams remaining. That is a Siimps. It seems like Eli joining the game was the only motivation they need to get their points up. And we have 1 HP players. That is Cyrax, Dula, and the Terminator. Last players remaining from their team. And it's going to be very interesting what they're going to be up to. Eli there trying to see if we can spot one of the players from 1 HP XDR. Eli getting some wide flank there. Let's look at Eli's POV right now, because he seems to be doing a lot of flanking. None of the teams is in zone, okay? Kila mtu ako nje ya zone. Everyone is trying to make it to the zone. Eli decided to take a wild card and just go towards the zone. He imposed himself a nice spray there from the 6x, but then it is full, and actually it has a lot of recoil, and he's down. Dula getting that knock on Eli. We have now Siimps Daddy and his teammates. They need to find a way. Siimps Lord is down. We need to see Siimps ZZZ. They're trying to get maybe something happening here, but then Daddy and ZZZ might be the ones remaining. Beautiful spray there from Cyrax. 1 player remains standing from Siimps. Everyone trying to get the last player. That is a 777. I don't know if that's going to be an easy thing to do. The guy seems to be very, very confident, moving around the vehicle. A lumber gamber. He's actually very confident, because why is he passing by in the middle of a team? He's very low. He's damaged. Goes out of the vehicle, and 1 HP XDR takes their win there for the last game of the night, and that is Erangel. GG's to 1 HP, bagging 15 eliminations. GG's, and that is actually 25 points in for them. Second, you have Siimps there with 3 points. Third, you have TYC, 6 points. 4, we have Eagles, 2 points. 5, we have Hakuna Matata, 1 point. 6, we have War, 0 eliminations. 7, you have Rush, 2. 8, you have 1 HT. 3, 9, you have G9, 4. 10, you have Deadly 0. 11, 001, 1. 12, YCEE 0. 13, CX. 5, 14, we have SS with 1 elimination. Going a lot with 6 defeats there. We have 1 HP player, Cyrax. We have Best Companion with 2 rescues, 1 HP Dula, and then finisher with the final elimination, 1 HP Dula. But then we have to give that spray some heads up, because that was actually a really good spray. Well, that is it for tonight's stream, guys. Thank you so much again for everyone who's watched the live from the beginning till the end. Like Kim Jeshi had said, your zone bana haikuwa normal. We really apologize, lakini PUBG ni kama wale waamulia. But then again, if you watched the live from the beginning, thank you so much. I have been your host, Mitch Gaming, and we are playing the East Africa Clash Kenya qualifiers. Group B versus C is officially done. Tomorrow we're going to be playing A versus C, where we're going to be seeing a lot of fights happening, because we know the type of teams you're going to be encountering tomorrow. Otherwise, see you guys tomorrow. Make sure to stay safe, spread some love, and I've been your host, Mitch Gaming, and see you later. Bye.